This video is sponsored by Tinker DIY, but more on that later. Whether you're a new car owner or looking to save money on maintenance, these simple tips will help you keep your vehicle running smoothly. My name is Matt, and this is Rocker's Drive Club. First, let's talk about checking fluid levels. Regularly inspecting and topping up essential fluids like oil, coolant, brake fluid is crucial for the health of your car. To check the engine oil, locate the dipstick under the hood. Pull it out, wipe it clean, reinsert it, and then pull it out again to check the oil level. It should fall between the minimum and maximum marks. You can also check the life of the oil by checking the color on a white tissue. If it's golden, it's fresh. If it is black, it's time to replace it. Next, let's find the coolant reservoir. It's typically a translucent plastic tank located near the radiator. Check the level of coolant inside the reservoir and top it up if necessary. There are usually indicators on the bottle that lets you know the range it should be in. Make sure the car has cooled off before opening the bottle. If you are topping your coolant off, then you need to make sure to use the correct type. Do not mix colors. A lot of cars vary, so be sure to check the owner manual, service manual, and your vehicle's specific form where you can learn from other owners. Now, let's locate the brake fluid reservoir. It's usually a small cylindrical container near the firewall of the engine compartment. Check the fluid level and ensure it's within the recommended range. Lastly, locate the windshield washer fluid reservoir, which is often a plastic tank with a blue cap. Check the fluid level and refill it with windshield washer fluid if needed. Checking fluids is a vital part of vehicle ownership and can prevent your car from breaking down unexpectedly. But if your hands didn't get as dirty as you wanted, that's okay. One of the easiest things you can do on a car is change the oil. Gather supplies. New engine oil. Oil filter wrench. Oil drain pan. Wrench or socket set. Funnel gloves and safety glasses. And a jack and jack stands. Prepare your car. Park your car on a level surface and engage the parking brake. If you haven't already, run the engine for a few moments. If you just finished a drive, let the engine cool down for a few minutes to avoid getting burned by hot oil. Locate the oil drain plug and oil filter. The oil drain plug is usually located on the bottom of the engine's oil pan. Find the engine, look at the bottom of it. That is usually the oil pan. There is a bolt on the side or middle of it. The oil filter is typically located near the bottom of the engine, but the exact location varies by vehicle model. Place the oil drain pan beneath the oil drain plug. Use a wrench or socket set to loosen the drain plug. Carefully remove the drain plug and allow the old oil to drain completely into the pan. Once the oil has drained, clean the drain plug and the area around it. Use an oil filter wrench or socket to loosen and remove the old oil filter. Before installing the new oil filter, lubricate the rubber gasket on the filter with a bit of fresh oil. Screw the new oil filter onto the engine by hand. Tighten it until it's snug, but avoid over-tightening. Using a funnel, pour the appropriate amount and type of new oil into the engine through the oil filler cap. Check your owner's manual for the correct oil capacity and viscosity for your vehicle. Once you've added the oil, replace the oil filler cap securely. Start the engine and let it run for a few minutes to circulate the new oil. Turn off the engine and wait a few minutes for the oil to settle. Check the oil level using the dipstick and add more oil if necessary to bring it to the correct level. Dispose of the old oil properly by taking it to a recycling center or an auto parts store that accepts used oil. Record the date and mileage of the oil change in your vehicle's maintenance log or service manual. If you don't have one, check my description for a free one you can download and print. Take your car for a short test drive to ensure everything is working properly and there are no leaks. That's the generalized process of changing oil in a car.
Now, after you finish your oil change, you might be wondering, what's next? Well, I got a game changer for all you budding car enthusiasts. Introducing Tinker DIY. It's like having training wheels for working on your car, but better. Tinker DIY is an innovative app that connects you instantly to automotive experts through one-on-one video calls. Stuck on a step? Have a burning question? Maybe you need a pro's opinion on your build. Tinker's got you covered, anytime, anywhere. It's the perfect push to start mastering your vehicle's basics or to finally kick off that dream project. Now, you have no excuses not to follow the rest of these tips.
Over time, headlights can become cloudy or yellowed due to exposure to sunlight, dirt, and road debris. Here's how you can clean them at home. You can purchase a headlight restoration kit from an auto parts store or online. These kits typically include sandpaper or abrasive pads, polishing compound, and a sealant. Follow the instructions on the kit carefully to restore clarity to your headlights. But if you don't want to go out and but anything, well, hopefully you have toothpaste. Surprisingly, toothpaste can also be used to clean headlights. Apply a small amount of toothpaste to a damp microfiber cloth and gently rub it onto the headlights using circular motions. Rinse thoroughly with water and dry with a clean cloth. Don't want your car smelling minty fresh? That's okay. Create a paste by mixing vinegar and baking soda until it forms a thick consistency. Apply the paste to the headlights using a cloth or sponge, then scrub gently. Rinse with water and dry thoroughly. Next tip is that the intake air filter prevents dirt, debris, and other contaminants from entering the engine. It's usually located inside a plastic housing near the engine intake. To check and replace it. Open the air filter housing by releasing the clips or removing screws. Take out the old air filter and inspect it for dirt, debris, or damage. If it's dirty or clogged, replace it with a new one. Ensure the new air filter is installed correctly, with the arrow indicating airflow direction pointing towards the engine. Close the air filter housing and secure it in place. The cabin air filter cleans the air that enters the vehicle's interior through the HVAC system. It's typically located behind the glove compartment or under the dashboard. If it smells stinky inside your car, it's probably time to change it. Are you enjoying these? Hit that subscribe button for more automotive content. Regular brake inspections are essential for maintaining safety on the road. Here's a guide to checking your vehicle's brakes. Start by visually inspecting the brake components, including the brake pads, rotors, calipers, and brake lines. Look for signs of wear, such as thin brake pads, uneven rotor surfaces, or leaks around the brake lines. Measure the thickness of the brake pads using a brake pad gauge or ruler. Replace the brake pads if they are worn down to the minimum thickness specified by the manufacturer. Check the condition of the brake rotors by visually inspecting them for grooves, scoring, or warping. Replace the rotors if they are excessively worn or damaged. Check the brake fluid level in the master cylinder reservoir. Ensure it's between the minimum and maximum marks. Test the brake pedal for firmness and responsiveness. If the brake pedal feels spongy, or if you notice any unusual noises or vibrations when braking, it may indicate a problem with the brakes that requires further inspection by a professional mechanic. Maintaining your car doesn't have to be daunting. By following these simple DIY tips, you can keep your vehicle running smoothly and save money on maintenance costs. Remember to regularly check fluid levels, inspect, and replace worn parts. With a little effort and know-how, you can ensure your car stays in top condition for years to come. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more car care tips and tutorials. And if you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow car enthusiasts. Check out Tinker DIY in the description. Available on the Apple App Store.